Harold, we did this last year, but this is official. This is to the oldest living Rotarian in the world.
As everybody knows, we checked into this some time ago. Rotary International has no records showing that any Rotarian has served longer than Dr. Harold. So we claim Dr. Harold as being the longest serving Rotarian in the world. It's up to Rotary International to prove us different. So, Dr. Harold, what do you think about this?
Well, it's surprising and amusing and pleasing and lots of fun and lots of malarkey.
Where's the malarkey partner?
I don't know. I know people in here that deserve it a whole lot more than I do. I just fell into the crack of being a Rotarian when I was 24 years old and stayed with it. So I think of a lot of people in this club who have meant so much to us. And I think a whole lot of Charlie McConnell. Charlie McConnell was the spark plug of this club when he was here. For the years that he was here, he kept us. He always had children, something to do with children, not only professionally, but when he retired, he still had a class of children of some kind, and he could spot a child that had a special strain of mental capacity, and he would bring that to this club, and he would persuade us to support that, and for a number of years we would support that child. And I just think of Charlie as an ideal Rotarian.
Yeah, we all miss Charlie, that's for sure. You told me a story. Our club was chartered in 1928. So it was only 12 years old when you came in as a member. And you told me a story about that experience when you were being looked at as a member of Rotary. What happened at that time?
Well, I had a little touch with Rotary when I was in high school. I went to high school at Andrews. There was a Rotary Club there, and every month they'd invite 2 male students, seniors, to the Rotary Club, and we found out a little bit about what Rotary was about. But when Patsy and I came back to Sylva to practice dentistry, I was, I guess, really surprised and felt a little bit proud of the fact that the older gentleman who had formed a Rotary Club not more than 11 years before wanted me in their club, and I couldn't figure out just exactly why. And it was a little more difficult to get into the Rotary Club at that time than it is now. If someone didn't like you and had a reason not to let you in, they would blackball you. Well, I got a blackball, and it was from another dentist in town. He had already been president of the Rotary Club and was respected, and he didn't want me in the club. We observed the classification system very rigidly then, and he held the classification of dentistry, and he didn't want me in as additional active under him for some reason. And some of the other Rotarians sort of persuaded him that maybe I should be in the club. So that's the way it happened. He and I both went away in the service a couple of years later. I was gone 3.5 years, and he didn't even come back. He went somewhere else after the World War II was over with. But that's that little story.
Well, now, when you joined the Rotary Club, Dan K. Moore was a member of the club. Did you
I'm
know,
sure he was.
Did you know him?
Yes, I used to read. I did some professional work for him.
What'd you do? Keith?
I used to have dental work. I had a dental chair.
You give the politician smiles so he could win the.
I didn't know he was going to be governor then. That was before he left here and went to check a fiber company and then was elected governor.
Well, do you feel like answering some questions from the club members?
I'll do my best.
Anybody got some questions for Dr. Harrell? Come on.
Dr. Harrell, what would you say of all your years in Rotary was the moment you remember the most?
I remember going to the Rotary International meeting in Australia, I believe in the year 93, and it was held in their renowned tennis place there where they play the great tennis, and it was a wonderful meeting. It was an ideal place to be there. They had some real good speakers. It was the year, one of the years that one of our former members of this club was secretary of Rotary International, Aaron Hyde, and we all hoped that maybe that he would eventually be president of Rotary International. But that was one of the highlights. I guess one of the highlights that I think of is the fact that we've all been down there working on those islands for years and years and years. And that's one of the most tangible things that I remember about. I remember when we redid the little children's playground over at Deep Park. That was quite an undertaking and quite a wonderful thing for the Rotary Club to do. There are some funny things that I remember about the Rotary Club. One night dinner, we have met in 12 or 15 places that I could name over the years. We were meeting one of the 3 times maybe, that we met at Dillsboro, at the Jarrett House, and we were sitting there in the room, and somebody came to the door and said, "Whose nice new Chevrolet station wagon was that?" And Jim Gray said, "It's mine." And I think it was Reg Moody came into the door. One of those big, tremendous trees that stood in front of the Jarrett House had just fallen down. It wasn't a storm, it wasn't any wind, it wasn't anything. It just fell down. And we thought I don't guess Jim Gray thought it was very funny, but it was kind of funny. And another thing that was sort of funny, one time when we were working on the island down there, they had some little tan jackets, some little orange-colored jackets for us to put on so that people would see us and wouldn't run over. And somebody tried to, I don't know if they got it done, but somebody tried to put one on Charlie McConnell one day, and it said inmate on the back of it. One of the most noble things I think that this club ever did was before we got into the 60s and all the race problem in Alabama and all around over the South, that we voluntarily took in two colored members, two Afro-American members of Baptist Church up here in our Rotary Club. And I've always thought that was nice. And it just happened that while they were members, that we turned up with a short notice of dismissal from her. I don't remember where we were meeting, but we were turned out rather abruptly. And Joe Smith, the preacher, I said, why don't you come and meet in our basement of our little church up there? And we met the better part of a winter up there with those Afro-American people serving us meals. And I thought that was a very, very noble thing for our club to do. That's just some of the things that I've been thinking about.
Dr. Harrell, we're about to run out of time. We've got a cake over here for you that we need to cut. So how about we sing happy birthday to Dr. Harrell and cut the cake? Everybody a good voice? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dr. Harrell.